in the quiet town of Cohasset, Massachusetts, a successful real estate executive and loving mother of three mysteriously vanished on New Year's Day 2023. Ana Walshe was known for her dedication, professionalism, and devotion to her family. But one fateful morning, she disappeared without a trace. What happened to Ana on that chilly New Year's Day? Did she really leave for a work trip, as her husband claimed? As the investigation unfolds, shocking details emerge: blood in the basement, a broken knife, and a husband with a suspicious past. Join us as we delve into the twists and turns of Ana Walshe's disappearance. From forensic breakthroughs to digital footprints, we uncover the secrets and lies that led to a tragic revelation. This is a story of love, betrayal, and the relentless pursuit of justice. The disappearance of Ana Walshe, a mystery unveiled. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to follow the investigation. The morning of January 1st, 2023. Ana Walshe, a 39-year-old mother of three, was last seen at her home in Cohasset, Massachusetts. According to her husband, Brian Walshe, she was supposed to leave early that morning for a work trip to Washington, D.C. Ana's job often required her to travel, so it wasn't unusual for her to leave early in the morning. Brian stated that she left their home around 4 a.m. to catch a flight. However, this routine trip took a mysterious turn when Ana failed to board her flight. She also did not show up for work, which was highly unusual for someone known for her professionalism and dedication. Her employer, Tishman Speyer, a global real estate firm, reported her missing on January 4th, 2023, after they were unable to reach her for several days. The disappearance of Ana Walshe raised immediate concerns among her family and friends. Ana was described as a devoted mother and a hard-working professional. Her sudden vanishing without any communication was out of character. Initially, there was some hope that she might have had a change of plans or encountered a personal emergency, but as the days passed without any word from her, those hopes faded. Brian Walshe's behavior during these initial days also drew scrutiny. Friends and neighbors reported that he seemed unusually calm and detached, given the serious nature of his wife's disappearance. Some even noted that he had a history of erratic behavior and legal troubles, which raised further questions. Once Ana was reported missing, the Cohasset Police Department launched a full-scale search. They started by examining her home and surrounding areas. A thorough search of the Walshe residence was conducted, and investigators combed through her personal belongings, looking for any clues that might indicate her whereabouts. During the initial search, investigators discovered that there was no evidence of Ana boarding a flight on January 1st. This contradicted Brian's account and suggested that Ana might not have left the house as he had claimed. Additionally, surveillance footage from the family's neighborhood did not show Ana leaving the house that morning. As investigators delved deeper into the case, they found several inconsistencies in Brian Walshe's statements. They discovered that Brian had a history of criminal activities. In 2018, he was convicted of selling fake Andy Warhol paintings, and he was awaiting sentencing for that crime at the time of Ana's disappearance. This criminal background added another layer of suspicion to his account. Further investigation revealed that Brian had made several suspicious purchases in the days following Ana's disappearance. He bought cleaning supplies, including mops, buckets, and a large amount of bleach. When questioned about these purchases, Brian provided vague and unconvincing explanations, which only heightened the investigators' suspicions. On January 5th, police conducted a more thorough search of the Walshe home. This time, they used luminol, a chemical that reveals traces of blood that might be invisible to the naked eye. The luminol test revealed significant amounts of blood in the basement of the house. Subsequent testing confirmed that the blood matched Ana's DNA. In addition to the blood evidence, police found a broken knife with blood on it in the basement. The presence of this knife suggested that Ana might have been attacked in her own home. These findings transformed the case from a missing person investigation into a potential homicide case. Brian Walshe's arrest. With mounting evidence against him, Brian Walshe was arrested on January 8, 2023, and charged with misleading a police investigation. Authorities alleged that Brian had provided false information about his wife's disappearance and his own activities in the days following. His arrest marked a significant turning point in the investigation. During his arraignment, prosecutors detailed the evidence they had gathered so far, including the blood found in the basement and Brian's suspicious purchases. They also highlighted his criminal background and his apparent lack of concern for his wife's well-being. Brian pled not guilty to the charges, but the court denied him bail, citing the serious nature of the allegations and the risk of flight. The news of Ana Walshe's arrest sent shockwaves through the Cohasset community and beyond. Friends and neighbors of the Walshe family were stunned by the developments. Many had known Ana as a kind and dedicated mother and were deeply saddened by the turn of events. Vigils were held in Ana's honor, and community members came together to support her family. The case garnered widespread media attention, with news outlets across the country following the developments closely. The mysterious disappearance of a successful professional woman, combined with the dramatic arrest of her husband, captured the public's imagination and fueled widespread speculation. Authorities continued to search for Ana, hoping to find her alive or to recover her remains. They expanded their search to include nearby forests, bodies of water, and other areas where Brian might have disposed of evidence. Investigators also scrutinized Brian's digital footprint, examining his phone records, email communications, and internet searches. They hoped to find further evidence that could provide insight into his actions and potentially lead them to Ana. The case had become a high-stakes puzzle, with each new piece of evidence bringing investigators closer to uncovering the truth. As the days turned into weeks, the search for Ana Walshe continued with relentless determination. The community, law enforcement, and the media awaited further developments, hoping for a resolution that would bring justice for Ana and answers for her family. The tragic story of Ana Walshe was still unfolding, with many questions left unanswered and the fate of Ana still uncertain. One of the pivotal moments in the investigation came with the forensic analysis of the evidence collected from the Walshe residence. The blood found in the basement was identified as belonging to Ana Walshe through DNA analysis. This crucial piece of evidence corroborated suspicions of foul play and pointed to a violent incident having occurred within the home. The broken knife recovered from the basement underwent forensic examination as well. Analysis revealed that the blood on the knife matched Ana's DNA profile. This discovery strengthened the theory that Ana had been attacked and injured within her own home, possibly leading to her death. Investigators meticulously reconstructed the timeline of events leading up to and following Ana's disappearance. They reviewed surveillance footage from the neighborhood, focusing on any potential sightings of Ana or suspicious activities around the Walshe residence. Key witnesses were interviewed, including neighbors who reported hearing unusual noises coming from the Walshe home during the early morning hours of January 1st. These testimonies provided crucial insights into the potential timeline of events and contributed to building a comprehensive picture of what transpired that fateful day. As the investigation progressed, authorities delved into the financial background of the Walshe family. They discovered that Ana Walshe had been facing mounting financial pressures, exacerbated by his legal troubles and previous conviction for art fraud. Ana's successful career as a real estate executive also raised questions about their financial stability and potential motives for foul play. Investigators scrutinized bank records and financial transactions involving both Ana and Ana Walshe. They uncovered evidence suggesting that Brian had accessed Ana's accounts following her disappearance, leading to suspicions of financial motives behind her disappearance and presumed death. Witness testimonies played a crucial role in piecing together the events surrounding Ana Walshe's disappearance. Friends, colleagues, and neighbors provided accounts of Ana's behavior leading up to January 1st, as well as their observations of the dynamics within the Walshe household. Several witnesses reported observing strained interactions between Ana and Brian in the weeks preceding her disappearance. They described instances of arguments and tension, painting a troubling picture of marital discord and potential motives for violence. Digital forensics emerged as another pivotal aspect of the investigation. Investigators analyzed Ana Walshe's electronic devices, including his cell phone and computer, for any clues that could provide insight into his actions and whereabouts during the critical period surrounding Ana's disappearance. They discovered incriminating communications and internet search history that raised further suspicions against Brian Walshe. Searches related to cleaning up bloodstains, disposing of evidence, and inquiries about legal consequences of spousal disappearance were among the findings that strengthened the case against him. The case garnered extensive public and media attention as details of the investigation unfolded. News outlets reported on developments in real time, highlighting the shocking revelations and legal proceedings surrounding Brian Walshe's arrest and subsequent charges. Community support for Ana Walshe and her family remained steadfast, with vigils and rallies held in her honor. Advocacy groups and concerned citizens called for justice and transparency in the ongoing investigation, amplifying pressure on law enforcement to bring closure to the case. Brian Walshe faced multiple charges related to Ana's disappearance and presumed murder. Prosecutors presented a compelling case based on forensic evidence, witness testimonies, and financial motives. The courtroom proceedings drew significant public interest, with Ana's family and supporters seeking answers and accountability for her tragic fate. Despite maintaining his innocence throughout the legal proceedings, Brian Walshe was confronted with mounting evidence against him. The prosecution meticulously built their case, aiming to establish guilt beyond a reasonable doubt and secure justice for Ana Walshe and her loved ones. As the legal proceedings against Brian Walshe intensified, the prosecution built a compelling case based on the amassed evidence. Prosecutors presented the forensic findings, including the blood evidence, the broken knife, and the suspicious purchases made by Brian in the days following Ana's disappearance. They also highlighted his criminal history and financial motives, painting a comprehensive picture of a premeditated act of violence. Brian's defense team, on the other hand, attempted to challenge the credibility of the evidence and cast doubt on the prosecution's narrative. They argued that the blood evidence was circumstantial and that there was no direct proof of Ana's death. They also questioned the reliability of witness testimonies, suggesting that the prosecution's case was built on conjecture rather than concrete proof. After a lengthy and emotionally charged trial, the jury deliberated for several days before reaching a verdict. On November 6, 2023, Brian Walshe was found guilty of the murder of Ana Walshe. The verdict brought a sense of relief and closure to Ana's family, friends, and the community that had followed the case so closely. Brian was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, marking the end of a tragic chapter. While the verdict provided some measure of justice, the loss of Ana Walshe remained a deep and painful wound for those who loved her. The case of Ana Walshe's disappearance and murder is a stark reminder of the complexities and challenges that law enforcement faces in solving such crimes. It highlights the critical role of forensic evidence, witness testimonies, and meticulous investigation in uncovering the truth. While justice was ultimately served, the story of Ana Walshe remains a poignant and heartbreaking tale of loss and resilience. Ana Walshe's legacy lives on through the memories of her loved ones and the community that rallied together in her honor. Her story continues to resonate as a call for vigilance and compassion in the face of tragedy, ensuring that her memory is never forgotten